Right, saya Caricarz. This is it. After waiting for years, Proton has finally shown us the new version of its best-selling B7 SUV. This is the all-new Proton X50. And today's video, we're going to check out what's so new about Malaysia's best-selling B SUV. Right, a bit of history lesson. So the Proton X50 has been in our market since 2020, so it's entering its 5th birthday this year. So we got this new model here, but Proton described this model as an all-new model rather than just a facelift. But if you can see, the model really looks quite different, but yet it retains some of the typical design you can see in the previous Gen X50. But as a result, you can see at the front, this car looks a bit more radical, sportier and sharper than ever. As evident in front, you get this new sharp LED headlights, and down here you got this new massive front grille design with this songket wheel pattern, but it still retains the same red crown that we've seen in the previous X50 model. And down here you get this new horizontally grille slats that I think makes the car looks a bit sportier, a bit nicer. I mean, it's look quite similar like a certain European SUV, but nonetheless the X50 has grew and it looks much more sharper than before. Well, in case you notice, yes, you can see that the new X50 comes with this fake front hood vents, which makes the car, of course, a bit look sporty, but this is nothing, just an accessory, so there's not really an open front hood for the X50. But what's new also, if you look at the side, it comes with this new 18-inch alloy wheel design, which feature this multi-spoke design with this pattern thing, and it comes with this two-tone color. I think some like it, some hate it, but I think it looks pretty good with its new front face. What do you think? And at the back, you can see things are quite dramatic for the new X50, because for the flagship, you will get this massive sporty rear wing here with the S badge on the side, and it even comes with this carbon fiber paint or like an accent on the rear spoiler here. But other than that, you can see the rear taillight design is also different. It comes with the full width LED bar that looks much more stunning compared to the car unit, and you also get Proton lettering down here, the more prominent rear bumper design, and like the previous model, this car still retains the quad exhaust system like before. So overall, it looks pretty nice. But by far, the most important and exciting bits about the new X50, I think, lies under the hood, because gone are the three-banger engine, and in place is a new 1.5-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine that now outputs 181 PS and 290 Nm of torque. It is still mated to a 7-speed DCT automatic gearbox that allowing this car to a faster 0 to 100 time of just 7.6 seconds as opposed to 7.9 seconds on the previous model. But Proton also claims this engine is about 4.7% more efficient in terms of fuel consumption compared to the three-banger model. So there's a lot of promises being made by Proton on this new engine. But the question is, will this engine be used in other Proton models in the future? Okay, now we're inside the all-new Proton X50. As you can see, life inside this car is dramatically different, shall I say, compared to the previous model, because you can see it comes with a whole new front desk setup, where the crown jewel of this car is, of course, this new 14.6-inch central infotainment display that Proton claims to be the largest in the B segment SUV in our market. But I think the biggest news that many people will be waiting for, yes, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay is finally coming to Proton X50. So good news for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay users out there. But beside that, you can see the menu of the infotainment of this car looks very similar to one that we saw in the Proton EMA 7, and it's quite good, it's quite intuitive, it's quite smooth to use, and it feels very familiar, so to speak. But other things you notice also, the central console has been cleared up a little bit, where you can only get wireless charging pad available for the premium and flagship variant, and the gear shifter column has been shifted behind the steering wheel on the right side, meaning that most of the control like the signal stalk and the wiper is now moved to the rear signal stalk of the steering wheel. But the steering wheel, it looks more or less the same as before. You also got the slimmer digital meter cluster down here, and lots of cup holder here, lots of storage down here, because of course the center console has been cleaned up, and you still got the same sporty front seat at the front here, and you also got a multi-color ambient light system on the front dash here. So overall, the cabin feels a bit more refreshed, and definitely the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay arrival really helps Proton in boosting the X50 over its rivals out there. Alright folks, live at the back seat of the new Proton X50 looks somewhat similar, more or less the same as before, because as you can see, because of the dimensions of the overall car largely unchanged compared to the previous model, space inside here is also quite similar. I mean, it's okay, you still got plenty of legroom and ample headroom. Despite I'm being a big guy, I'm 175 cm tall, I still got pretty good space at the back here. Of course, you still got a very slight center tanuhan, but it's not too big or too jarring to impede a third passenger at the center here. But you still got amenities like aircon vents, USB charging ports. Now it comes with one USB Type-C and one Type-A at the rear seat. So overall space at the back here is quite okay, nothing home to write about. It's still a rather practical car for you and family to have. And as you can see, the boot space for the new X50 is more or less the same as the previous model. It even comes with a power tailgate for all variants. And if you notice up here, no spare wheel lah. Hey, God lah, if you open here, you still got a space saver spare wheel as before. So in terms of practicality, this car is okay. Okay, after checking out all the nicks and grids and the new details about this car, so when will Proton launch the all-new X50 here? Maybe in Q3, but more realistically, perhaps later in Q4 this year. But we already know that this car will come in 3 variants, starting with the Executive, the Mid-Spec Premium, and the Flagship, and 5 colors available, including the new teal color, which I think looks pretty nice, pretty okay, but I still prefer the silver color on the new X50 here. So what are you guys saying about the new Proton X50? Could these improvements make Proton X50 still one of the best, if not the best selling B7 SUV in our market?